Good evening and a warm welcome to the State of Business on our television. I'm Nishani Pigera. Let's take a look at tonight's main stories. Increasing challenges on multiple fronts affecting Sri Lankan economy, says CBL Group MD. And Entrepreneur Awards for Western Province held in Colombo. Managing Director of Ceylon Biscuits Limited, Shia Wickramasinghe, says that Sri Lankan coconut industry has significant potential for growth. However, internal issues are impeding its progress. Shia Wickramasinghe made this statement during an exclusive interview with our television recently.
Ceylon Biscuits Limited is one of the fastest growing and largest conglomerates in Sri Lanka that manufactures and markets many leading brands globally. CBL is also recognized as a technological and innovative producer that caters to a large overseas market and has a global presence across all continents. At the recently concluded National Chamber of Exporters Annual Awards ceremony, Ceylon Biscuits Limited won 4 gold medals, including gold for the Most Outstanding Exporter 2017, Most Value-Added Exporter in Products Sector 2017, and also gold for the Industry Sector Extra Large category.
Sri Lanka is one of the largest coconut producers in the world. We are number 4 now, I believe, but we are rapidly sliding because others are overtaking us. We have a good reputation for our coconut. Nevertheless, we are one of the most inefficient producers. Our productivity per acre is one of the lowest in the region. So how can we be a strong exporting nation if the basics are not looked at? And in the current scenario right now, we are seeing coconuts being sold at over 110 rupees, which is an impossibility to export because everywhere else in the region it's half that. Now, if we are to have buoyant exports, say in the coconut industry, there must be, legislators must look at means for importing raw material to sustain exports of a particular industry when there are issues, especially weather-related issues, which are very common in agriculture.
Speaking further, Shia Wickramasinghe urged that Sri Lanka should have a national policy regarding imports. She also said that Sri Lankan legislation needs to be improved to create a level playing field for both nationally produced products and imports.
Small country which are surrounded by big giants, we need to have a national policy as to what is important to us. Unless we do that, we will just get completely flooded by cheap imports. And although there is a bill that is being legislated for anti-dumping, the reality is for any Sri Lankan company to take this on at the WTO is almost an impossibility, I'd say. It's nice to say in theory, but in practice it's something else. So unfortunately, although we are talking about trade agreements, which is a need for this country, there is opportunity having these agreements. Without strengthening our local legislation, it's dangerous. So this really needs to be looked at, and unfortunately, that aspect of it is not moving as fast as the trade negotiations are. It has to go hand in hand, and one has to be done before the other, in fact.
In more developments tonight, addressing a media briefing in Colombo yesterday, the Minister of Ports and Shipping, Mahinda Samarasinghe, expressed his views on the cabinet paper that was issued by President Maithripala Sirisena in order to control election expenses within the country. Minister Samarasinghe stated that the cabinet has granted approval for the proposal made by the President yesterday and expects to bring in legislation on campaign finance before the advent of the next election. The minister was of the view that issuing this cabinet paper is one of the major steps taken by the government in order to reduce corruption in the political system.
අපි දන්නවා ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම දූෂණයටත් මුල් වෙන දෙයක් තමයි මැතිවරණ වියදම්. මම නම් ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම දකින්නේ සමස්ත ඡන්දදායකයෝ ලැබපු සුවිශේෂ ජයග්‍රහණයක් කියලා මේ කැබිනට් පත්‍රිකාව. ඕනම කෙනෙකුට ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම අයිතියක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. නිදහසේ ගිහිල්ලා Taman හොඳයි කියලා හිතන දේශපාලන පක්ෂයකට ඡන්දය ලබා දීම නැත්නම් අපේක්ෂකයෝ තෝරා ගැනීම මුදල් බලපෑම් වලට යටත් වෙන්නේ නැතුව ස්වාධීනව ඒ තීරණ ගැනීම දැන් සම්මුතියක් ඇති වෙලා තියෙන්නේ පළාත් සභා ඡන්ද ක්‍රමය වෙනස් කරා වගේම දැන් ඊළඟ පියවර ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා මහමැතිවරණය පවත්වන ඒ ඡන්ද ක්‍රමය වෙනස් කරන්න කටයුතු කරන්න. ඒතර මිශ්‍ර ක්‍රමයක් ඇති කරන්න දැන් එකතාවයක් ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ. නිවාරයෙන්ම ඊළඟ මහමැතිවරණය පවත්වනකොට අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මේ මිශ්‍ර ක්‍රමයට ගිහිල්ලා තවදුරට සම පිට්ටනියක් සකස් කරලා දෙන්න සියලුම දේශපාලන පක්ෂවලට දේශපාලන අපේක්ෂකයන්ට තරඟ කරලා තමන්ගේ හැකියාවන් මත මන්ත්‍රීවරු වෙන්න නැත්නම් ආණ්ඩුවක් පිහිටවන්න කටයුතු කරන්න.
Details on the 2017 Western Province Entrepreneur Awards and more stories coming up after this break. Welcome back. You're watching The State of Business. Entrepreneurs Awards 2017 Western Province for the micro, small, medium and large sectors was held in Colombo last evening. The award ceremony was conducted by the National Chamber of Commerce in Sri Lanka together with the National Enterprise Development Authority.
The award ceremony was conducted amidst a large gathering of business organizations, entrepreneurs and government representatives. During the ceremony, approximately 20 awards were presented to winners in industry, manufacturing, agriculture, livestock and fisheries, hospitality tourism and other services. This award scheme is designed to distinguish, reward and motivate Sri Lanka's very own entrepreneurs to reach the mantle of achievement and encourage the business community in the Western Province to improve their standards of business practices. Meanwhile, speaking at the ceremony, the Minister of Industry and Commerce, Rishad Badruddin, highlighted the importance of strengthening SMEs and MSMEs within the country.
These awards are aimed at encouraging our entrepreneurs who are part of our economic reforms of the unity government of His Excellency President Maithripala Sirisena and Honorable Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. SMEs and MSMEs are a prominent sector in this development vision, and our Prime Minister has declared that local entrepreneurs must now enter the global markets, and we need to help them to enhance their productivity and competitiveness. There are a little more than 1 million registered SMEs and MSMEs in Sri Lanka. Each provides employment to 3 people on average, especially in rural areas. We believe that SMEs are more than 70% of the total number of enterprises in the economy, providing 45% of the employment and contributing to 52% of the gross domestic production as GDP. With the increasing trend of globalization, the SME sector has become a driving force for growth and development.
Speaking further, Minister Rishad Badruddin elaborated on several initiatives that has been taken by the authorities in order to develop the SME sector in Sri Lanka.
My ministry and NEDA have introduced the National SME Policy and now in the process SME Authority. I am pleased to say that Sri Lanka's first ever National SME Policy and Action Plan by my ministry has been unveiled on 13 September by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, and the document is now available in online at NEDA website. The SME Authority of Sri Lanka is now in the process. The SME policy does not aim to regulate the sector but will be the foundation for future development of this sector that aims to enter global market. The policy and authority are introduced in Sri Lanka for the first time. I am also pleased to say that NEDA has launched Sri Lanka's first ever SME incubator with the Wayamba University in September to introduce technology transfer to our SMEs. This month, NEDA also launched Sri Lanka's first e-commerce web portal for SME sector called B-Post. Would like to praise the Chamber of Commerce for its support to develop our SME sector. In fact, the Chamber's SME initiative are commendable and are encouraging our entrepreneurs in many ways.
And that's all the news we have for you tonight. Do join us again tomorrow at the same time. Until then, thank you for watching. Good night.